Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. Now this is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG based on the M41 Walker Bulldog chassis, and it's located on the north spawn of Ruinberg. And the commander of this vehicle is Diving Duck. Yes, you've seen his replays before, and he's about to go into battle again. Now I think you can see something unusual about the M44 there. The driver doesn't sit in the hull. He actually sits next to the gun, and he has a little square shield to prevent him, so keep his he can watch where he's going and where he's driving as he drives along. And the commander sits him in the cupola just behind him with the machine guns, so he can take on any enemy infantry that come near the vehicle. Okay, now Diving Duck's aiming for an AMX ELC. In fact, somebody's requesting fire. That's what those crosshairs above the AMX ELC is. They're using their T keys to draw attention to their colleagues, their teammates, to fire at that target. Right, M4A3E2. It's a good target. Dialed in, round out. Splashes. 194 hit points. Good shot. Would have been even better if it'd been direct hit, but we'll take it. Now, from this position, the buildings do get in the way a little, but this is off the beaten track. It's a little further west than normally you'd situate, which means that you're less likely to be counter-batteried from this position, and you'll probably get better angles on the village. And the village is key to winning Ruinberg. I've always found that if you can take the village, you can win the battle. And that was a good strike there on the M4. Oh, he stunned him, and he's picked up some stun assistance as well. And that sounded like the enemy Arty just fired in. Yes, 2 shots came in from the enemy Arty against that Sherman. And he's reloaded, ready to go. Now, can we see any targets? Well, we can see a target in town. It's a Churchill 3. He's next to the church, but unfortunately we can't do anything about him at the moment. But we can hit that Chinokai, or at least we can splash him. Rounds out on the 3001. Oh, he got it right into the side. 213 hit points. And a big stun, or at least a big stun for Tier 6 Arty, which is only lasts about 5 or 6 seconds at most. But there, a tree went down just there. I think there's somebody there. Yes, there is. It's the M4. Round out. Splashes, 123. Now I find that the good thing about oh, there's an AMX 12 ton there. Oh, and he's just been taken out. Round goes in on the M4 from the other Arty on our team. It's a gorilla. And another round goes in, direct hit this time, 56 hit points. Must have hit him on the front armor. That's why it didn't kill him. I think a 155mm would normally have actually wiped him out, but he's loaded, he's ready to go. But there's a Skoda T24 trying to creep up on the A-row, and he's actually badly damaged, so a splash will do the trick. And it does! He wipes out the T24. Okay, that gets him on the scoreboard. Now, is there a tank still sitting behind that house? I suspect there is. I don't think he will have moved very far. The reason being, that house actually allows you shots on the centre of town. There's a Su-85 there. He can fire through that gap. But he's not. He's holding fire. He's fired now. Rounds out. And he splashes the Su-85. And the gorilla picks up the kill. Now, oh, that round ricocheted off the side of the building. Okay, we can't see any. There's the Hellcat. Okay, dial in on that target. He's marking his target. He's getting ready to shoot. Rounds out. And a direct hit for 199. It was a shame that wasn't a kill shot, because it actually hit the turret. You can see the yellow stain is right where the gun is. The gun mount. He hit the mantlet. That's why he didn't kill it. If he'd actually hit the open cockpit, I don't think anybody in that cockpit would have survived. Okay, we've got a KV-1, and he's making his way along the A-row again, just like the Skoda T24 tried to. But Diving Duck's not loaded yet. He's going to be any second now. And rounds out. Direct hit. 151 hit points. Good shot. Let's hope his teammates are on the ball. There's a Dickermax there. Oh, big shot, and he's gone! I think he's set fire to him. It's the Dickermax. Got the engine bay. Okay, there's still one tank down at the moment. Now, it might be a good idea to start paying attention to the town, because that's where most of the action seems to be taking place. Right, now the scores are even. 12 ton just got taken out by Chinokai, but unfortunately, we just lost the AMX 12 ton on our own team. Right, we know that there's two enemies in the village. A Hellcat and an E2. And Diving Duck's just moving his vehicle a little. That's why the reticule was bouncing all over the place there. Okay, there's the M4A3, and he's badly damaged. He's only got 37 hit points. The splash kill will be enough. He's loaded. Ready. Round out. And he does. He gets him. Splash kill. 37 hit points. Beautifully lined up. And that now equals the scores again. Now, somebody is indicating the far corner of the map. There's one of the enemy arties. It's a bishop, but he can't get a bead on him because of the position. And he can't get a bead on that OI as well. And the OI just took a big chunk. He needs to relocate in order to hit the OI. And he's not going to be able to from here. He fires a round in anyway, hoping it'll stun the OI. And the OI took out the 3001H, but the OI is about to meet the KV-1. And the KV-1 just took out the Hellcat. Now, will this new angle help him? I hope so. There's the OI. Okay, he's reversing. And if he keeps going like that and keeps backing away, Diving Duck can put a round through one of the buildings, or better still, wait until he gets to the end of the road. Oh, he's stuck. He's pushing against the wreck. That's why he can't move any further. Oh, this is awkward because he can't get a shot on him. And now they've gone face to face. Or are they? No, the KV-1's gone past the OI. But they are still exchanging shots. Oh, there's a Panzer 4H. And I think he's AFK. Okay, rounds out. And it splashes him. And he's been taken out. Taken out by the Dickermax. Which means that there's only two Arty left because the KV-1's just taken out the... it's just taken out the OI. So, now if I was Diving Duck, I'd probably at this moment be headed straight to the cap. But I think what he's going to do instead is he's going to head up into the village. And see if he can get a better angle on the bishop. Now, oh, there's an enemy arty up. There's the M44. Right, that's what they were indicating. They thought that he was up there. Right, okay. We've still got the griller. And he's still firing. There's the bishop. He's gone around the other side of the building. The M44's stopped. He stopped to fire. Now, unfortunately, he needs to set up the shot there. Ready, round out. And it splashes the M44. Close, but not quite. Now, it's got a few seconds for it to reload. And he's gone down. He's taken out by the KV-1. And there's the bishop. Bishop's about to get derped in the rear by the griller. Oh, this is going to be very, very, very brutal. Oh, it is! the bishop just got crowned by the griller. Or actually, it was a piece of very rough and surprise butt sex. So the bishop was well and truly rammed from behind. Okay, let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. Oh, Wargaming, what's happened here? We've got an error code. We've been having problems with what replays just recently, and I think we've got it back at last. Okay, second class tanker for Diving Duck in the M44. He picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 16, and he got a Confederate medal. He hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, And he also picked up a high caliber for dealing the most damage on his team. In fact, on all of the tanks in the battle. And we can see how many he hit here. He was certainly very, very busy indeed. Now, let's have a look at the team scores. Highest on damage, 1,577 hit points. He didn't get highest on kills. He got joint second. He shared that title with the KV-1, but he was beaten by the AMX 12-ton, the Dicker Max, and the Gorilla. When he took out that Bishop from behind, he managed to get 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, well, he was right at the top with 931. I think that comes really from the fact that he was firing and hitting a lot of the enemy, which is obviously why he got the high caliber, and that generated a lot of XP for him. So he fired 17 rounds, got 5 direct hits, 5 penetrations and 10 splash. He did damage of 1,577 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 10 of the enemy, 2/3 of the enemy team, but he only killed 2 of them. And damage due to his assistance was 234 hit points, and damage due to his stuns was 549 hit points off 13 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 37,719 credits, and after ammunition resupply, he still had 29,134 credits. He received 1,397 XP, and because there was no multipliers, that's all he took away, I'm afraid. But not your favourite map, but Ruinberg can be done quite well. And I've actually seen lower tier Arty actually score Kolobanovs on Ruinberg. So don't always think, oh, well, it's a terrible map. Because he did Diving Duck did very well on this map with a Confederate and a high caliber. He was very, very busy indeed. And it was an interesting firing position to use as well, because it gave him plenty of options when it came to the village, to firing on the tanks that were hiding behind those houses. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in the next video.